So today is June 10th. I'm in Central Florida. It is super hot. About the only thing I can do right now in the garden, besides growing some summer crops like okra, maybe some beans, I have a few tomatoes that are growing. But right now I am preparing some raised beds. So I've got this coco coir and perlite that I've just mixed up. I've rehydrated the coco coir. I've put in about 4 little buckets of the perlite, and now I'm going to add a bag of the topsoil. So I'll get that added, get that mixed up, and I'll get that added to my raised bed. This is the soil that I'm going to be putting in here with this mixture. If you notice, it says for in-ground gardening. I'm using it, first of all, it's on sale, but you can't just use this straight. It will compact in a raised bed. So that's why I added the coco coir and the perlite to give it some air. Otherwise it's just going to compact down and your roots are not going to do well. So we'll get this added in, I'll get this mixed up, and I'll show you what it looks like. So as I'm doing this, you just want to be sure to break up any of the clumps of the soil. You don't want big clumps in here. It's going to kind of dry. Get those broken up. Get it all mixed up in here. I start out with half the bag first. Get a good mix going on. Pour the other half in. And then we'll be ready to add this to the raised bed. Okay, so this is what it looks like with all the soil mixed in with the coco coir and the perlite. If you don't have access to coco coir, peat moss is a good alternative. I found the coco coir at Walmart a couple years ago on clearance, so I just bought all they had. It comes in like these big bricks, and you just rehydrate it. I'll put a picture of that up later, but it's really easy. Just mix it up and we will go put it in the raised bed. So this is the raised bed that we're going to continue filling. I've already started. I did put a base in. I'll show you the other raised bed that I'm working on here. It's got just some cardboard down. Landscape fabric is down on the ground, cardboard on top of that, and just some leaves and twigs when we prune some trees. And so I've got that down. I might add a few more to that just as a base, because these are so deep. I think they're 3 foot deep, 4 by 8 by 3. But they're nice and deep. So we'll go ahead and get this one completely filled. It's got support bars in there because they are so big. Got our irrigation set up, and I'll go over that in another video. And then we will see. So far I've put in, I think this is 6 bags of soil, 6 of those bricks of the coco coir, and then of course the perlite, and then there's the twigs and stuff on the bottom. You can see it's sticking up there and on there. So we'll just keep on keeping on. Okay, so this is the coco coir that I was talking about. It's just expanding soil concentrated potting mix. So you just add the water, it will expand. It says up to 2.25 cubic feet actually. Lasts up to 2 years. I've had this a couple years and it's doing fine. Mix it with that potting soil or that garden soil, and it will work great in those raised beds. Add the perlite, you're good to go. Okay, there's our dry brick of coco coir. Just going to add this water to it. Saturate it really good. You'd be surprised at how much it soaks up. A good amount in there. Walk away. Pull some weeds. Florida, there's always weeds to pull. Let that soak up. Get soft. Come back. Break it up. Add more water if you need to, until it's all nice and moist. Add the perlite, the soil, mix it up, and the same process. This takes about 20 minutes total, I think, to do a full cart full. That's all there is to it. So this is what it looks like expanded out. You can see I've already started scraping some of the top part of it away, where it's kind of ready to move on, and it's still kind of dry underneath. And you can just kind of turn it over over like that. It kind of splits in two. And then just break it apart. Like that. See if it's soaked up most of that water already. I'll soak up the rest of this. Just add it back in there. Add some more water to that. Let it soak up some more. And just nice and good until I have nothing but the coco coir. I'll be back. Okay, all the coco coir is all saturated and nice and moist, and now we're going to add just 4 scoops. I just used this little bucket, Dollar Tree, I think, back from when I was teaching. We'll add 4 of these, mix them in after each scoop, and then we'll add the soil, and then back to the raised bed we go.